final section in this, relatively long episode. We hope you've enjoyed it so far, but it's time to make some bold predictions. Connor, I'll let you get your first one out of the way.
Bold prediction number one for me, and I'm sure there's going to be some people that do not think this is bold, and you can think whatever you want to think.
Hold on. I gotta stop you before we do this. I gotta take this away from you. You can't just pick the same team and take three players and be like, oh, this team's gonna finish here, this guy's gonna do good, and this guy's gonna do good. No more of that.
I purposely did not do that this year. Mine
Okay,
have
good.
nothing to do with award predictions or standings predictions.
Thank you.
The Peter Vermees run in SKC ends this season.
Wow.
I can't remember how many years it was. We just had Tom just sent out the tweet. I remember, I think I saw it yesterday. He's the
I think
longest running manager.
2009.
Yeah, so that's what, 15 years? Insane amount of time, first of all. I've got them 13th. I think if they finish down there again, he's gone.
You know what? It's not the most ridiculous thing in the world. I have hinted at bold prediction one pretty much every time we've spoken. Messi and friends do not play more than 20 full 90s together. Like over the course of all the games that they're playing, they will not play more than 20 full 90 minutes together.
I think when you throw in the full 90 factor into it, I think it gets way less bold. Because, like, realistically, they're just one of them is not going to play the full 90. But
so let me rephrase it. You're right.
Okay.
Let me rephrase it then. You're right. They won't make more than 20 starts together.
Okay, that's fine.
That's you're totally right, because that's the 20 full 90s is a bit tough because they're always going to sub players out and whatever. 20 starts is going to be where I go with that.
Across all competitions, right?
Messi and friends will not play more than 20 starts together across all competitions.
He's looking to get Inter Miami heads. Why? No, that didn't come out phrase right. He is looking to have Inter Miami fans coming for his head.
Also kind of weird, but we'll just move on from there. Bold prediction number two.
So I've been a little too nice to Orlando this episode, so I need something to knock them down a peg. And my bold prediction number two is that I think Duncan McGuire gets sold for at most half the price they were going to get from Blackburn, which I think was like, what, 9 mil maybe?
7, I think.
7? So I think they at most get 3.5 for him. Orlando has an awful track record history of transfers. We saw it with Laren. This one wasn't their fault, surprisingly. But we saw it with Laren. They let Chris Mueller go for free. They have a bad track record, I feel like, with transfers out. And I think it's going to strike again with Duncan McGuire. I think they had a really good deal in the cards. And then the transfer gods said, hold on a minute. This is Orlando. We got to check them for a second. And now I think they're going to get struck by that.
That's a good one. We both have Nashville missing the playoffs. I'm at 11, you're at 10. The reason I have them that low, bold prediction number two. Hani Mukhtar scores less than 10 goals this year. Okay. Teams will figure out a way. Let me put it this way. 10 goals from open play, because he'll probably step up to penalties and tuck them away. But 10 goals from open play.
Is that
so Hani Mukhtar scores less than 10 goals from open play this year?
Is that because you think that he is going to be injured, or you think teams will just figure him out?
Teams will figure him out, and they'll be able to defend against him. Fafa Picault was kind of taking away a lot of that because he was giving them there, and Sam Surridge is. I don't think that he is going to drop goal contributions as much. I think he will get tons of assists to Surridge. That's kind of where I'm seeing this. He becomes more of a playmaker than a goal scorer, but it's not enough to take it to the next level.
Well, I can't say that I wouldn't expect it to happen, considering he only got 10 open play goals last year. Or sorry, not open play, non-PK goals last year. So could definitely happen, but I'll still say it's definitely pretty bold. Yeah, I think so.
Is that true?
Well, unless you're talking all competitions. In that case, I'm only looking at regular season.
let me change that then. I didn't realize that. I
I
thought he
mean,
had way.
it's still a good prediction because
I'll go
he
7. Let's make it
he
7.
got 15 in his first year, or sorry, in his second year, and then 17 the year after that. So, but if you
Yeah,
want to drop
I'll
it
go.
down to
I'll go
seven,
7
that's
open
very
play
bold.
goals.
Okay.
7 open play goals.
Okay.
Hani Mukhtar scores less than 7 goals from open play this season. That's bold
That's
prediction.
bold. That's bold.
Yep, that's better. Like I said, and these are the things when I'm like, oh man, this is like in my head, I don't even know to look it up because the stats are like, oh, he just kills it every year. He's always in the top of the Golden Boot race, whatever. But yeah, let's make it a bit bolder.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Does that mean that I believe I'm up with my last bold prediction?
Last one. What do you got?
So this is probably not going to sound like a super bold prediction off just reading the title of it, but hear me out on it. I think the Supporter Shield winners for this season will win it on less than 65 points, which has not happened since 2016 MLS, back when there were only 20 teams in the league. So it's been 8 years since a team has won the Supporter Shield on less than 65 points. I think the league feels really well rounded this year. And I just don't see one team that's head and shoulders above the rest. So I think it's going to be really tough. It's going to be a battle. And I think the Supporter Shield winners will win it on, I can maybe even say 63, less than 63. You know what? Let's do that. Let's make it bolder. The Supporter Shield will be won on less than 63 points.
I love that. That's a great one to watch out for. My last one takes us over to the Western Conference. Minnesota United will go into the League's Cup break without a full-time manager. There hasn't even been a peep about who they're looking to bring in. All the other managers are taken up. There's nobody just floating around be like, hey, I'm looking for a job, right? Like, there's not even a peep of what's going on with this team. I think that they are just going to ride this out and, whatever happens when the European season ends, then they'll start looking for coaches. But I think they're going to go this whole time with just an interim manager to see what happens, or they turn their interim into a full time because they can't figure out, who to bring in.
I forgot the fact that they don't have a coach. Maybe I
Right?
should have. Makes me want to switch around my standings predictions, but I won't do that. I won't do that. I'm
Nope.
not a
You're done.
coward.
You're held off
Yep.
because that marks the end of our